All right, this video is for realtors and maybe even some wholesalers who want to learn how to door knock in just 4 simple steps. And I'm going to try to make this video as short as I possibly can. So I'm going to talk a little bit fast. My name's Davin Sundvik with the House Hacker Tribe. Normally, we teach investors how to make money a lot faster or just with better strategies. But in this video, we're actually going to be helping the realtors provide a little bit more value to their clients. And like I said, this would apply to wholesalers as well. So the first step is going to be to redefine your goals. When I shifted my goals from how can I convince this person to be my client into how can I have a conversation that leads to positive information that I want, that was a game changer. And so what I had to do was obviously, speak with intent when I answered the door, when they answered the door, and I said, hey, I'm doing a survey. Would you mind answering my survey for me? And I'll buy you a cup of coffee. And so there's going to be some give and take. And so that was my give for my take for the information. And if you go out and give out 100 gift cards, that's 100 leads right there. And out of those 100 leads, you should be able to find at least 5 or 6 people who are willing to buy or sell their house. After that, so now you're going to be working on step 2, which is going to be to create more value. Now, in order to create more value, you might have to be a little bit creative. And so discounts are a great way for your first deal. I wouldn't recommend this for forever because or else your brand is always going to be a discount brand and no one's going to affiliate you with high level service. But it does work great on a first deal. So what I would normally say if I'm working with a seller, right, they took my survey and they said that they were going to sell their home, I might say something like, hey, would you be willing to work with me if I were to discount a commission of up to $10,000? If I found a motivated buyer, is that something that you're interested in? And then they say, obviously, yes, or they might say, what's the catch? And I say, hey, well, I'm going to have to motivate this buyer. So are you willing to split that discount with the buyer? And then, they might think about it and they might say, you know what, like you're giving a good deal, you're giving me a good deal, and you're giving the buyer a good deal. That's something that I want. And then vice versa. If you're talking with a buyer and you say, hey, if I could find a seller who's willing to give you a $5,000 discount, is that something that you would want me to call you back on? Right? So it works either way. And then your goal is literally to find one of each, a buyer and a seller that you can introduce to each other in a deal. And the third step is in order to create this deal is going to be to get their contact information. And how I usually like to get people's contact information is by being polite and obviously getting consent. Instead of just saying, hey, give me your number, I usually say something like, would you like me to give you a call back if I found that buyer that you're looking for? Or would you really want me to give you a call back if I found that perfect seller? And the answer is usually yes. And then usually I say, hey, call me back if I don't find that seller within your timeline, or call me back if I don't find that buyer within your timeline, because even if I can't find you the perfect situation, maybe we'll find something else for you. And usually if you go above and beyond, they'll want to work with you on other deals. So you'll be able to keep and retain that client or that customer for a future deal, even if you couldn't get the deal done that day or within that week. And then the last thing is to kind of just make deals happen. So to actually connect your contacts together and make the deal happen. So many realtors or wholesalers want to either just use other people's connections and leverage those instead of just putting their own contacts together. And obviously there's a reason for that. It's a lot more efficient to leverage other people's networks than your own. But for your first deal, this might be the way that you have to do it. So if you got any value out of this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and we'll create more content just like it. So that way you can see how you can build a real estate career. And like I said, either wholesaling or as a realtor. And then comment down below if you've got any questions. We want to make sure that our videos are providing the best value. And we notice that most people drop off after about the 5-minute mark. So we're trying to make this as simple and as short as we can possibly make it. We will make more videos on door knocking if you want further tips. Thanks for watching and have a great day.